What's happening, folks? Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. Full-time reaction to Celtic 2, Hearts 0. I've got Martin and Callum. He's back. You're back, mate.
I'm back, aye. I'm back.
What a game to return to. A hard-fought 3 points. What do you make of
that? Brilliant in first half. First 45 minutes we were scintillating. I honestly thought we were brilliant. Should have been way more than one goal. That was the only criticism that I could find, is that would be it. Because I thought some of the play, some of the movement, people like Taylor, he's just getting better and better. And I was one of the fans that probably, no hated him, but was on the verge of last season because I just didn't think he was good enough. He's definitely turned it around. He's been immaculate since he's been in that. Since we've signed someone and it's put a bit of pressure on him, he's just took it to another level. It's like, mate, you sit down, I'll keep playing, lads, it's all right. And he gets it more now, and maybe it's been a year into the system that he's becoming better. People like Jota, it's brilliant to see him on the left. That's where I think he's brilliant, and it shows that works now with Maeda coming to the first goal. The ball for Turnbull's brilliant as well. The ball comes down for Turnbull, he gets that hard pass through. Maeda's right on his first touch, drills it across. We've seen that goal already this season. We've seen it at Kilmarnock with Maeda and Kyogo, but that was from left to the right. Now this time it's obviously from the right to into the left, and it's a proper goal that is reminiscent of this team. It tells you that type of goal that you see. You just know it comes for Celtic, you know it comes for Postecoglou, and we're getting better at it. And the first half was just, what a first half to come back to. Proper atmosphere, a real good game to get into, and I loved it.
Oh, it was a really good turnout, wasn't it? They say it's a sellout, and it looked like a sellout today for a change. Martin, we probably should have got another goal for our dominance in that first half, because we'll come on to the second half in a minute, but it became a different game in the second half. But we did dominate, and we should maybe have got one or two more goals for our dominance in that period.
I mean, that was the only criticism in the first half, was we didn't get more goals, as Callum says, but we huffed and puffed it. It looked like Hearts came out to frustrate, and there was a lot of talk about what type of team they'd put out today. You know, would they put out their first 11? Would they take the chance of injuries?
Made a few changes, didn't they?
They made a few changes, I mean, a couple of their top players didn't start. They did bring some on later on, as it so happens, as they thought they had a chance of sneaking something, but I thought they just came out to frustrate us. Probably the most number of offsides I've seen in a game. They're just constantly
incredible,
offside.
Wasn't it? Incredible. See, geez, on the offsides, right? We get so many quick attackers. See, when VAR comes in, the linesmen are going to need to keep the flags down, and then VAR will decide, and the play will need to continue. And that's going to benefit players like Kyogo, because he's on the shoulder all the time, and he's so quick that when he gets there, he looks like he must be offside.
The only thing is, we could be here till about 10 o'clock at night all the offside decisions, but I thought they played to frustrate. They played to play the offside, and it was effective, but they didn't come here to attack us to go and get the 3 points. They just thought, because they know how well we're playing, so I thought they came here to maybe nick it at the end. And then of course you're only 1-0 up and you think they maybe do that, but first half was, fans were in good fettle, the sun's shining, and it was just almost one of those where you thought we're going to win 5-0, and it didn't quite come, that second and third goal, did it, in that first half. So, but half time you go in happy because you think we've dominated the game, and let's just get that second goal.
Yeah, game changes in the second half, Callum. I thought Hearts had a spell after maybe 50-55 minutes. They had a spate of corners. Boyce was winning a few flick-ons for the goal kicks, and they were gaining territory the way they didn't do in the first half, and they did have a spell, didn't they?
Mate, Hearts are the third best team in the country for a reason, and that's why they'll have spells in games. These are hard moments. It's never an easy game against Hearts, whether it's home or away.
Never.
They're always tight games, apart from the 4-1 last season, that was it. They're always fought tough, hard games. They're always a battle in the midfield, and you've seen that with Peter Haring and Andy Halliday, who's made an absolute glass, by the way, because he went down every chance he could.
First game of the season, wasn't it?
Aye, every time he was just going down, trying to waste time and just trying to postpone it and trying to not let Celtic get into the rhythm, and that's what happened in the second half. As Hearts came out, they were a bit stuffy again. Celtic tried to get their foot on it, but we just couldn't really get into that rhythm, and Hearts could smell it, and I think they made all 5 substitutions look pretty quickly in the space.
Shankland, Mackay on, went for it a wee bit.
And they went for it, and they were always going to go for it because it's only one goal in it, so why not go for it? And that actually maybe suited us a little bit better because it gave us a bit more space. And behind, people like when Abada's coming on, it means that he can stretch the boy at left back, who then eventually ends up getting sent off because he nibbled all day today. They had kicks. I think there was 8 yellow cards or 9 yellow cards in that game. The only full team booked. Do you know what I mean? Only person that would have been gutted to know about was Craig Gordon. He loves him on here, so he would have loved it being back here getting booked and all. But it was a hard game, and the pressure of going in, even though we're still in August, start of the season. Rangers dropped points yesterday, and it doesn't matter if it's August or if it's May. You capitalise, and when you're at Celtic you always win. Every weekend we want to win, always put pressure on them, and they've got pressure on them now. We're 2 points clear with a +4 goal difference. The pressure's all on them, and we'll just keep rolling. That's now 36 games unbeaten for this Celtic team. 2 more, and that's a full season campaign that we're unbeaten. People laughed at this guy when he came. People laughed and thought, who is this? Some people would say, this fat guy, whatever. They're not laughing now, are they? They're not laughing, mate. And this season, I think we're just going to roll on.
Hopefully, mate. Rangers have blinked first, Martin, and it was important that we capitalised on that today. Get that wee cushion at the top of the table. In games like this, you're not always going to come and win 5-0, and you need to dig in. And we've seen the Hearts spell through. We had chances in the second half. O'Reilly had a good one. Keeper makes a good save. Hatate puts the rebound wide. We eventually got the goal in added time through Giakoumakis, but it's just important to get 3 points, particularly after yesterday's results.
We did a previous show a while back prior to the season starting and looked at the first few games and we said, you've not got Aberdeen away, you've not got Hibs away, you've not got Rangers. But you looked at all those games individually and thought, Aberdeen, they look like they're going to be a different proposition this year. That's not an easy game, never is. Hearts, as Callum says, never an easy game. Ross County away, and Kilmarnock away, we don't tend to do well on the carpet. So just great to come through those 4 games and only lose 1 goal. Do you know, now we don't look like we're losing goals. Carter Vickers at the back with Jens, Taylor, as you said earlier on, and Juranovic with a sensational keeper behind them and Hart. We just look so solid at the back. We're not losing goals. So you go into games like that and you think, we're going to be solid at the back. You get the first goal. We're likely to score 2, 3, 4 goals every game now. So I think that's now, is it 12 goals scored and 1 against? It just looks like every week we're not going to concede and we're going to score 2, 3 or 4 goals.
We look really strong this season, Callum. You see the Kyogo Giakoumakis, a half each almost, or Giakoumakis comes on and gets a goal. I don't know if it's an own goal, is it? I don't know, I couldn't tell.
Getting it to the big man.
Getting it to the big man. A goal each again, same as last weekend. Textbook Kyogo goal as you described earlier on, but Giakoumakis comes on, contributes again, and that situation is something we've got in a lot of places across the pitch. There's 2 players for most positions and they're pushing each other.
Well, as you say, the first goal, so Kyogo is a player that can be ineffective for 90 minutes. You give him 1 minute, 1 chance, bang, he's got you a goal. He proves it all season, and that's what he done again today. I thought he was kind of ineffective in the second half, really. I seen him more at the front post down at my end because Hearts kept getting in the corners. That's all I ever seen was Kyogo from there. As soon as Giakoumakis comes on, I don't know what it is, but he's my favourite player. He's a mean bully that will get in your face. As soon as he came on, the game completely changed. He could hold the ball, he could roll somebody, he plays the ball in, he will always get you a goal, no matter what. That's why he's the top goal scorer in the Eredivisie, and his team were relegated. That's why, because he'll just get you goals. And for me, he's just my favourite. I wish that he could. How many goals would he get in 90 minutes? If he played 90 minutes, he get 18 minutes today and he got a goal.
Not as many as Kyogo.
Maybe no, right? But I think he would, because I just think he's more of a natural finisher. Kyogo needs probably 6 or 7 chances maybe sometimes, and he'll take 1 or he may take 2. Giakoumakis will take 4 out of 4. He honestly will. He's honestly that good. And to the question you're saying about having a player in nearly every position, the only one that I would say right now is Celtic need a centre defensive mid. Someone like the boy from PSV, Sangarea boy. Somebody that's mean, nasty, good on the ball, physical, tall, takes no rubbish and will just get through a game. Celtic need somebody commanding. For when that happened, Moy had a few times where Hearts really pressed him because he's not fit enough yet. He's still a little bit heavy, he looks, and they kind of went on him and they leaned on him a lot, and he got away with one, I thought, because Hearts we ended up getting a free kick, which I didn't think was, and they got, and I thought Moy get lucky. And when you play Europe, you'll get punished. You will get punished at that level, you just will. So we're only 1 injury away, if McGregor was to get injured, to being in trouble, in my opinion, in that area. Celtic, for me, there's rumours about the boy, Haksabanovic boy coming in. If Celtic could spend, I don't know how much, 4 or 5 million, go and get somebody like Sangarea. If you've not seen that boy play, go and watch him, because he's outstanding.
I think we need £40 million to sign him.
But who did PSV get him from? PSV are shopping in a market bigger than us. We shop in the same market. Benfica shop in the same market as us. Teams like that are finding gems like that. So can we. So we need to go and find where they get people like that.
And we have done in other areas of the pitch. We have done.
Of course, and that's the only one that we're missing, I think.
That's maybe the missing link. Martin, Kyogo got sponsor man of the match. Was there any other individual standouts for you today?
I think it was hard to pick a standout. I mean, it's the first time we've not been standing talking about Jota at the end of the game. He huffed and puffed and was a wee bit ineffective at times. I do think all the subs, we've been talking about this most weeks, all the subs come on, you think you're beauty. I mean, I'm really excited when Abada comes on. I think, he could start ahead of Maeda. And you wouldn't.
That one, sorry to interrupt you, right, but he had that one where Juranovic has burst a gut to go up the side of him and he had no idea he was there.
I know. But ordinarily, he's creative, his energy levels are high. I just love him. Giakoumakis, I'm a Kyogo, but I'm getting there, right? And I just love him. He runs up to the defender, and you wonder what he's saying to that defender, but the defender must be thinking, oh my goodness, he's going to, because he's so direct. I watched them warming up. He was, Forrest is David Forrest does, you know, we
Aye.
sort of half-hearted warm-ups, and Giakoumakis bursting a gut. You can't help but be excited when you see him, whether he's warming up or he runs on the pitch. And Moy as well, you know, I think he was a wee bit dodgy at times today, but I think he's a new Gravison, not just because he looks like him, but I think that type of player. I think he'll get better. He will get better as he gets used to the team.
Can I just butt in there for 2 seconds, and it's on the basis of Kyogo and Giakoumakis. Kyogo is the best in Scotland at running in behind in space.
Yeah.
When teams come here, they sit, park it. They just park 5-4-1 or whatever, 4-5-1, they park it, which makes it difficult for him, and that's why he's ineffective at times.
Aye.
That's why we caught him cold at the start of the game. First 15 minutes, they play a high line, bang, we're in behind goal. But then they learned for that, and Hearts went, we'll sit back and we'll soak up what they've got. When Giakoumakis comes on, he loves getting into the nitty gritty in between defenders. He's like, mate, I'll take two of you come next to me, and the goal comes from that. The goal, he's as you said, it might be an own goal. I've not seen it back, but the ball just gets whipped in, and he's there. He's always there, and that's what I love about him. That's what I just think at home games he's brilliant. Maybe away games Kyogo is the perfect guy, but I think for the home games Giakoumakis is sorted for these games.
He's a proper number 9.
Oh yeah,
he's a proper
he's
number
perfect.
9, isn't he? Aye.
Yeah. And award man of the match.
I'll probably go with Matt O'Reilly. I thought Matt O'Reilly was brilliant. I loved Andy Halliday going flying over his head in the first half, just sent him backwards, let's see you later. But I thought Matt O'Reilly was really good, first half especially.
Yeah.
He was really the dictator in that attacking sense, so I'll get to Matt O'Reilly.
Martin, man of the match.
You said in a word and
I
can't
know.
give you
I think
100 words.
3 sentences.
I know.
Okay, in a word then, Kyogo.
Kyogo, excellent. There you go. Celtic 4 wins out of 4, top of the league. Like this video, comment with your own thoughts below, and catch us at Malone's for the post-match pint. Cheers.